Hey guys, I haven't done a video like this in a minute. I just want to react to Donovan Mitchell's million-point game. That was a screen from Robin Lopez. It seems like the plan was for Drummond to be at the level of the screen and then Derek to eventually get back to Mitchell. But as we know on this night, well, nothing was going to work against Donovan. Now we got a screen from Robin Lopez. We've got Vooch, who is, is that the level of the screen? It's certainly not a drop. Caruso digging in a little bit as well. The pass to Karras would have been there. As we know, Mitchell was not going to be stopped. This one was pretty dirty. Caruso does an okay job getting around Robin Lopez. And hey, sometimes you're going to foul a three-point shooter, and sometimes that guy's never going to miss. Another transition opportunity. The Bulls get back. It's not like they're just trailing Mitchell. And Io is not in horrible position, but he gets off balance just a little bit. Then it's got to become Vooch because, Patrick Williams' little reach in didn't do a whole lot. Then just becomes Mitchell versus Vooch, and there you go. And now we have what I guess could be considered a screen from Lamar Stevens. It did get DeRozan to switch, if that's what Mitchell wanted before he got the spin move off. I guess this could be considered a ghost screen from Karras because he does run in the direction after acting like he's going to set a screen. You get LaVine trailing, which really just, the big thing is it gets LaVine out of the way, right? So it just kind of clears the side of the court for Mitchell. That's a one-on-one with Caruso. Patrick Williams slides over. And then Donovan gets off this Dwayne Wade-esque falling down three-point play layup thing. Hey, to be nice to Patrick Williams, I thought it was an okay defensive rotation. And now we get Chetty screening for Mitchell. I'm always a big fan of non-bigs screening for non-bigs, if that makes sense. And that forces a LaVine switch. That's a step back mid. It's beautiful. Now we have Derek Jones Jr. picking him up full court. And that was an awkward-looking screen, something that worked from Chetty. What happened here? Let me look at this again. Was Chetty going to go around the other way and set a screen? I don't know. Mitchell, clearly he's like, well, Derek Jones is off balance, so now I just got to go in a straight line. And so then, again, it becomes him versus, well, actually, this time it's LaVine. The question that I have when a guy's having a game like this is at what point do you just throw the entire team at him? I don't know, because, of course, there's four other dudes on the court with him at the same time. I'm a big fan of the catch and go on this one. I feel like there were a few things happening here because you had Love on the dive, which means, somebody's going to help, which means it's either an open shot for Chetty or I believe that's Raul Neto if somebody's going to help. You got Caruso digging in as well. That's like the perfect off-ball type of thing for Mitchell, I guess, because, of course, he can get downhill like that. And also, one more shout-out, Kevin Love with the seal on Derek Jones Jr. This might be my favorite play of this whole thing so far. Speaking of off-ball, this one's kind of sick. This one reminds me of those floppy plays I would run with Carmelo Anthony like 7 years ago on a MyGM series. My dad would love this because it's a mid-ranger, and whenever a mid-range shot goes in, my dad has a moment of like, now that's how basketball is supposed to be played. That was a random tangent. Anyway, Caruso's on Mitchell. We got a Kevin Love screen, and he rejects the screen, and he is just gone. Vooch is just all the way up here, man. So at that point, if you can get by Caruso, you're basically just gone. Can we also appreciate that at this point, DeRozan's like, I am not guarding Raul Neto. You could go ahead and get that, and we are not, we're trying to not let this guy score. Of course, he was going to keep scoring. Another play with a guard screening for a guard. Karras screening for Mitchell. We get the LaVine switch. I feel like these ones, if you're a Bulls fan, maybe hurt the most. Just those pull-up threes. Actually, never mind. This one hurts the most. I saw this live, and I still didn't really know what the hell happened. Because it's like, you could barely see. We know what happened. Like, he gets the rebound, but it seemed like Robin Lopez was there for a second, and everybody else was there too. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, between the legs dribble, that's just nasty, man. Sometimes it's just a matter of that dude's really good. I have it paused for a second here. I appreciate the closeout for Mitchell on Io DeSumo here. I just want to point that out. Anyway, then it's going to be just Mitchell going versus the Bulls transition defense, and I think it was when this went in, it was officially like, oh my god, what are we witnessing right now? Because then the point total just started to get insane. It was insane for a minute, but I don't know, something about that bucket really did it. And then, of course, this one as well. I always appreciate a corner action with a handoff into a pull-up three. And speaking of pull-up threes, this is the most, I know this shot is going to go in, you know this shot is going to go in, everybody knows this shot is going to go in, and then the shot goes in. Okay, I do want to look at one free throw because it was the one where Mitchell just had a moment. Just appreciate the moment. That's nice. Let's take a look at some of his assists. He did have 11, and I just apparently need to appreciate some assists, I guess. We get an Isaac Okoro made 3. We're very happy for Isaac for that one. This is a classic pick and pop with Kevin Love and Donovan Mitchell. If you're Vooch, you're in a tough spot here, man, because this guy's going off for an all-time night. So you can't just be in drop on him all day. And Kevin Love can shoot. That's basketball 101, I guess. Maybe this is actually my favorite play of the game. I don't know. Jared Allen's going to set a down screen for Mitchell. Vooch is going to stay back. Allen on the roll. I love it. Or maybe it's this one because this play is complete chaos. So Mitchell, he ends up in the front row. The Cavs are just trying to keep this thing alive. He's jetting back out to the three-point line. He gets by Io, and then it's a lob to Jared Allen.